Hey guys, I hope you guys are safe at home in quarantine, but don't forget to subscribe here at Fino Boxing and follow my personal one at Adriana_sports. And guess what? We're gonna knock out this coronavirus. Bop, bop, bop.
That. But like I said, managers, promoters, they make the decisions as to who we fight next, and my job is again to get them ready.
Right. Well, obviously, with that Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz fight in Saudi Arabia, I was there in
Mhm.
person, and from with along with everybody else, we were surprised on the outcome. But Andy Ruiz obviously took the blame, and he said it was all him. We were still pretty surprised to see you guys part ways. Is there still sort of a relationship or friendship, more of a friendship between you and Andy Ruiz, or is it just completely quiet now?
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Andy and I were pretty close.
Yeah.
We made history together.
Yeah.
We lived a lot of great moments, up and downs, if you will. Now it's more ups, obviously, when you have all that kind of money. But I remember when we had nothing, or he had nothing rather. Things were pretty tough on him, and he was having a lot of financial difficulties. And we got the opportunity to fight for the world title. We got a new manager with Al Heyman, new management team. Got the fight with Dimitrenko, and that's when everything changed. But prior to that, it was pretty difficult for him. And that's what keeps you closer. When you're going through difficult times, that's when you create a bond and you discover who's really there for you. Your real friends and people that are who will stick with you through good and bad and through thick and thin. Unfortunately, everything changed after he won the world title. Obviously, with everything that went on in camp and after the fight, I consider him my friend. I mean, I consider him someone that will always be part of my life because we made history together.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, I haven't heard from him since Saudi Arabia, since we came back.
Yeah.
Must have texted him once to wish him a Merry Christmas or whatnot. This was back in December.
Yeah.
Probably took a couple of weeks before he got back at me, but he did write back. I mean, that's as far as I can go as far as having a conversation with him or any communication. The breakup came from the dad. He came to visit me at the gym to give me the news, and I seen it coming. I mean, I'm not in denial. I seen it coming months ahead during camp, and it's just a matter of time because the situation wasn't very pleasant.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you obviously in camp you were able to see things that us outside were not able to see that. So it was a shock to us. It really was.
Mhm.
Um, he just recently announced that he's joining Eddie Reynoso. And with respect, I ask you, if you would like to comment or not, but what do you make of him
Great.
joining that team?
I think it's great. I think it's a great decision. Ultimately, there was talks of Teddy Atlas before
Yeah.
Reynoso. Even Robert Garcia's name was mentioned. And I think any of those coaches are great coaches, top of the line coaches, some of the best coaches in the world, if you ask me. But it's not up to them. It's up to Andy. What does Andy want? Does hopefully he'll be able to rediscover himself, I guess, if I can say that, to get that hunger back and to want to become a champion again. I mean, he's a remarkable fighter. I said this before the Joshua fight, the first fight. When most people doubted us. This guy's got what it takes, man. This guy, he's got a heart. He's got a chin. Maybe doesn't have the physical attributes, but damn, can he fight? He's very flexible. Got power, ring generalship. He's got the whole package to become world champion and to become world champion again. But he's got to want it. Bottom line, it doesn't matter who he ends up with. He's got to want it.
Right. It's those God-given abilities and skills, but it comes down to wanting it and discipline.
Mhm.
Right.
Discipline, absolutely, absolutely. It's kind of, he's in a good situation now. Obviously, financially speaking, but money isn't everything. We talked about leaving a legacy. We talked about, being a positive role model for for our youth, you know, for the Mexican American community, you know, the Mexicans, Latinos in general. But, you know, I mean, you know, talk is cheap. And, you know, you got to get in there. As you know, you win your fights in the gym, and bottom line, that's where it all takes place.
Absolutely. Well, you know, we'll see.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe here at Fino Boxing, like this video, and leave your comments down below. And follow us at all our social media platforms at Fino Boxing, and my personal one is at Adriana_sports.